Ashes, run them down. Good morning, my people. How are you today? Akakuba mukalabi ate katonyi okuva ematuga paka Buziga, okuva Buziga paka Kampala. Kaweze era bwe batuli mukeze. On days like this you would oversleep, but twakedde dda twalumbye dde ebbala era tutambula. I hope you guys are doing well today. It's Question Friday, and today, yes, I'm going to share the story of the Mark II. Yeah, I'm going to share the story of the Mark II as well. But today's Question Friday. Go ahead and ask your questions. Buy something. Let me buy something. Julius Ivan, thank you for joining the club. Julius Ivan afuse VIP, good morning. Chris Fitness, badde nababuuze zaako n'amanya. Muyombya Mark, Jones Info, Tusime Eddie, Travel Live Vlog, Katumba Hamidu, Wabuye Nelson, Bruno Isingoma, Michael UG, George Senkubuge, Binji Arari, Omutoro, Ogambota Mutoro, Brigitte Kakai, Julius Ivan, Shagaf Salmina, Aramat Photography. I want to buy Alpha 2010. How is it, please? Alpha Digura. Alpha Digumanya, Nayate Wobogura Alpha Digura and Kumisatu. They literally consume the same. Kubangeri, Eva Ingini, Abidivina, Eva Toroku Moroka, Ate Fada Mangu, Ateno Ingini Yankumisatu, Isobola Imoroka Yayo Bunjigura. Julius Ivan, thank you for paying up. Yeah. Juma Ali, good morning. A Subaru lover here. Do you think a Subaru Outback 2008-2009 with UB can be found between 15 to 17? I don't want to say it can't. I want to be very positive and tell you it can. Just make sure it's in good condition. Nainga chisoboka. Subaru siza bei ino nyo. Siza bei nyo. Chisinzira kwa availability, of course. Nenga size bei chidi yao. Aguminitwe Clever, Steve Barros, Stephen Barunji, MK bana Steve Barros. Hey. Nemba assignment naji assign najitadeyo chiro sawa 5 nedachika nga 5 now. Naji feed deco. MK Dental Hub, where should N and L be used? Neutral should only be used in jam. And when you're towing, obanga usindikange moroke food day. Nze bwentuka mu jam sometimes, although it's dangerous as well. But if you're a careful person, you can use N in jam. I find that I only use it when I've parked, because like now it's in park, of course. But if I had just parked in Gasifurumye, I foot brake. But it was in park, but it's in neutral now. So what neutral does is it disconnects the gearbox from the engine. That's what you want to do, yeah. Catherine Nanyonga, how are you? Enkube Tonya. Nze ntyo kuvugate lwachi. They told me mutix zibuka kebepira. Tezibuka ko mepira zikutuka ball joints, Zikutuka ball joints. So bobovuga TX, you need to check the ball joints regularly. But that's the same thing happens with the Mark IIs, Same thing happens with the Mark IIs and Altezas. Bobo jirabirira bulungi oba notekanga ball joints nga ziri ko original, yeah. Notatekamu ball joints intetenkanye. It will definitely be good for you. Na ibo banga oli muntu abalirire nnyo tojja kubalako bulungi, ejja kumenyeka. Nenga bane guys, welcome Julius Ivan asasudde obwa VIP. I encourage you guys to pay for VIP. Naye katengere je nama za assignment yebadde ntwala oba naayita nyina we natuuse bana guys, dozane ebigambo biba bingi. Nada I was typing work and I was typing a lot. Ngaba ngamba nyina okuba n'ebigambo 10,700 kyokora 10,700 lwennyina nga the instructor is telling me point zibulako nimunga kati ziteekebwa. So I added some points, I deleted some points, nentuuka mu limit. Nga bw'otunula the instruction okuva mu CIM, if you exceed the word limit, biringa bya GP ate nagwa GP lwa bigambo bingi nti bosuka ebigambo instructor ebigambo ebikoma waakoma. Enkola n'empaayo. But I manyi siyinza kugwa ate saagenda yeyo kuyita nagendayo okuyiga nayiga dda lwakuba kati ne qualification enjeetaaga for future reference nti nasoma naye ng'okuyiga ko nayiga dda nze sente zange zennabawaza ggwayo dda. Naye kati ekyebibuuzo nakyo bagamba kubikoleka qualification okateekeyo wali eri nga kabeereyo ga nti I'm a level this, I'm a level that. Naye kansubire mwasuze bulungi akakuba katonye. Fabalembeka amazzi tanka zijjudde. Era buli muntu nga mukama yakwatirako n'osobola okuzimba gula tanka. Ate when you're buying tanks, togula butanka bulita 5, gula 1,200 oteeke waka nga amazzi bwe gajjula okozesa emyezi 4. Okitegeera kalinze tanka zange zijjudde kati omanya am covered for December, January, February and March. Okujjako nga nkozesa some construction, but if I don't do construction 10k liters I can use it up to March nga bwe zijjudde awo. Ate kati awo ki Dante Wall, Chris Fitness, ball joint church. Now, how do I explain the ball joint, Chris Fitness? Now, ball joint, or about this joint here. No. Is it this socket and you guys know the socket joint, ball and socket joint in Magurugo. Evera kabera ka round bwe kati. Kati ne moroka eina aka ball. It's a joint that has a ball. So every time you turn your car, kabola ako emotoka kali side emu waliyo to ball, side endala waliyo engeri ya plate. Kat the plate handles the plate of the suspension plate of the car, and then the ball is attached to the wheel. So when you turn like this, it's the ball that turns. That's what you call the ball joint. So now what happens with ball joints that is a zibukayo, what happens is the joint runs out of grease. When it runs out of grease, the metals, because the ball is actually metal, so the metals they start to go kwelya bwezeerya ne zikaziwa muli, bwe zigaziwa muli kati ze moroka ezibukayo ball joint, ebbaati erikwata ball joint nerigikwatayo litituuka neribuukayo. That's what happens. So what happens ku moroka kati ngene yange ball joint, and of course in moroka ekumye ball joint, surprising ekumye suspension tebaginyiganga. So what happens with those kind of joints, because the moroka ina such joints, so many of such joints, what happens with such joints nti bwebe ekadiem neruzeninga kwe kulaba nti moroka ekubagana nti bu joint obwo wali badde battery wali badde likwata litukana ligaziwa, bwe ligaziwa ebyuma ne bibanga bikubagana kwe kusanga moroka nti ebeere ekubagana wansi yo suspension. Kati ne ball joint, ate ball joint okubagana ekuva nako netandikana ka kuba ebyuma bya byegaya kwi era kati eze moroka Mark 2 the TX, for one way for you to understand that the ball joint inatira okubuukayo kasito weta bot no weta ngomanyi inatira ngogenda ogikyusa okitegera. But with the Mark 2s nze kyali kintu seeko yabuukayo ate no zibuukirayo in awkward places. For me yabuukirayo ku ewandege yangandi maaso go wa traffic yawo nze nali maaso yanta bwati mpeta nti njire nebuukayo. So they do it, they don't do it when you're going fast. Tezibuukayo when you're going fast. But for the TX is actually worse. Wampira guwetira muddala bwe guti ekutuka, but that's something that can be managed. So kati abazivuga bazimanyi. So you ideally should check your ball joints if you're driving a TX Almine. Your ball joint ogikebera oba buli myezi ena, okitegeera buli myezi ena bagikebera kubala boba ekyali okay. Kate buno obuntu joint obula bwa suspension kye babukolera babujjayo ne banyiga mu grease ne baddamu ne banyigawo ne batereza ne bateekawo oburabba bwe babwetaagisa kambaze ku bbala. I hope you guys are slept very well. Emmotoka muziraba bwe ziri enkalu kukubo tekuli na mmoroka. Lwaki? People overslept. But today's question Friday bibuzo mubireete bro, someone from Matuga and someone from Baitayowa Muduma Mitiana Road who is having long distance to town. And it depends where in Muduma, but Muduma seems nearer. The problem with Muduma is the road is small. Akakubo kamwe kafunda kayinza kayina jamu mungi. Muduma kumpi. Muduma oba oyise ebuloba. Muduma zidi kilometer meka King Daniel. Do you tell me the kilometers? I onyizo okugamba. Arthur, you didn't tell me about L. Anti-cut L is like the, me I translate it as large. It's the low gear. Eberanga gear number 1. Because remember, is a Moroka's automatic zina 2 ne L. Kati 2 is like gear number 2 and the L is the low gear. Bo otu se want to wait agama manji you're towing something or sa obo said day wait ago obo gude muchinyo yagala kuvamu. L is what you use. 2 is like gear number 2. Kati fe mu CVT to ina B. B is strong. Ekwata kati L a gripping emoroka net B a gripping emoroka era bwembera nze mbuseerezi emoroka njiteeka mu gear number B. Okitegeera for the CVTs and for the automatics of course bobera mbuseerezi ogenda mu L. Eyo L egi gripping eti ebeera etambula bulungi ne bweba mbuseerezi. Naye kansubire mwasuze bulungi sebugwawo Medi. Steve Barros agambe Toyota 4-wheel drive Chiburam. I got stuck and the damn car was spinning. Only the front wheels. It tried playing with D, 3, 2 and L. Maybe Ghana. Kakati nata you guys, 4-wheel drive does not survive on its own. It's like you saying a car can go fast. A car can go fast, but it also depends on the driver. Which take a motor case unazo zilimu driver. Kati 4-wheel drive and slippery roads It also takes experience for you to drive in places like that. It takes a lot of experience. So I'm sure that Steve Barros gw'oliddamu okuvuga four wheel ojja givuga bulungi. And also bw'obeera mu buseerezi, the slower you drive the better. Gwe kasita olwana n'emmotoka, jjukira the car is heavy, n'emipiira gisima. Emmoloka olina givuga mpola mu buseerezi, olina genda mpola ng'ezitoye, ng'emipiira gyonna gitambula naye ng'ogenda mpola. Kyovula abantu abavuze Mark ebbanga yakimanyi nti bwe ntuuka ewaseerera, the first thing I have to do is calm down and drive slow. Era bayitawo kyovula be Mark kizibu gisanga eseeredde. The car is heavy, gwe giteeke mu gear ezitowa, vuga mpola ejja kuyitawo. Council Patrick Asiku, good morning. Adrian Mugebwa, good morning. Muduma wali 40 kilometers. Yeah, Muduma wala. Muduma wala. Are there fielders with Valvematic engines? Fielders. I think I've not inspected one that had a Valvematic, but I'm thinking they should be there. I think they should be there. Sinaji inspecting a Valvematic. Sinaba. Ne kasubire bantu bange mwasuze bulungi nti muli steady. Kasubire muli clear nnyo. Question Friday, guys. Ask us the name mazo. If you're feeling good, jump. It seems you people sleep. Kirabika abantu beebaka nnyo because ekkubo nga kkalu. Onaavuza atya olugita lulaba nti lweggudde. I find that abantu baleka bakedde bukezi because eri waggulu wajjudde eno James yewadde waka kirayika abantu bakedde nnyo. It's question Friday guys. It's question Friday. Mark 2 twagula Mark 2 twagula nakumeka. Now the reason why I hadn't shared the story of the Mark 2 yet is as I was waiting twafuna mu challenge until that Mark 2 was okay. Najiraba when we were inspecting it ngomuvubuka ina wires ze yali ya loopinga ne tuziraba ne makanika nagamba but it's not showing any challenges right now kasoka agivuge tulabe and indeed kuna kule twagivuga yagigula ne it went off 2 times and he was able to get home and then the next day I thought it was actually fuel because engeri gye yali ezigira gabanga mafuta. But what happened is that omuvubuka gwe twagulako emmoroka eyo Mark 2 yali talina bulungi ssente, so literally everything that would die in that car he would put something that he can afford, not something that is needed. So for example the coils he would put the cheapest coils he can find. The sockets he would put the cheapest kind of socket he can find. So that day when we bought the car, it moved very well. They went to whatever place they were going, and at around 9 p.m. the gentleman calls me Ngalinas and he tells me, Arthur, I don't know what is happening to this car. And I asked because I'm after them gari matono. Nagamba katwongere muneyongeramu amafuta emuroka neyaka bulungi ne bagenda. Nagamba I've reached Wachiso na yere ekizemu. And at that time and you know the funny thing is when someone works on their car in funny ways, it doesn't disturb them. Yo muvubuka gutwagulako emoroka nagamba nedda alimba nze mumpe ebiri ngende nayo mulage emoroka bwekola. But it was late. It was around 10 p.m. we are talking Wachiso. So I told him, you know what, don't worry, the mechanic, I'm going to get a mechanic to come there very early in the morning. And did the next day, which was the day we were supposed to go find the IST. I got the mechanic to go there very early in the morning, and Nabudaba, it was looped wires and fuses that were disturbing him. So he fixed what he could, and they drove it to Kampala, and he did not misbehave at all. So I that's why I held off talking about the Mark II. I wanted to be sure what I was talking about. So they worked on the fuses. They worked on the fuses and they looped wires and the sockets, and so far the car is okay. It hasn't disturbed again. So that's how far we are with the Mark II. But we bought, and why did we buy that Mark II? So the gentleman was looking for a car of 8 million. And with 8 million, we went around looking at cars. Naenga, the cars they are showing us a million. But tulaga moroka za million kumi. Tulaga moroka za million kumi. Someone tells you, I have Ipsam ya million kumi. You get it? And so what happened? We had seen this Mark II before. Naenga nyiniyo alemede the million oba munana chitundu oba mwenda. Nitumuvako. The day we bought the Mark II Grand, so nyiniyo yali alemede the million, I think munana chitundu. And So when we went around in Moroka zibatwagaza million 10, that's when I shared with this gentleman. Naye tugenda tulayo ku Moroka yono guy. Tulabo bana asalako. Asale ku sente yagituguze sente. Twagiguze million 7 kitundu. I'm not even sure. But the only thing I know is that of course the car had we needed to put a windscreen in that car. Chechabaddemu ekyamanyi ne waliwo no famaika bwa eso ko makati nako kabadde kamenyefu. Those are the two things that we had done on that car. No mupira yakuzeyo mupira gumu. Of course the wiring challenges. Now this is why normally I was saying emmotoka twayitandikideko mu million 10. Oba toyagala bizibu naye ate the challenge with even those cars, even them ogenda jigula nga naye erimu ebyokukola. Kati aguze emmotoka ya million 7. Twagiguze 7 kitundu I think. Twagiguze 7 kitundu. Aguze emmotoka ya million 7 n'agyongeramu emitwalo nga 5-6. Asinga omuntu aguze emmotoka ya million 15 n'agyongeramu emitwalo 6-7. You get? And right now, some of the cheap cars that you can get in the price range of, for example, 10 million and below would be the Mark II Grand, the Mark II, the Alteza. You guys, what I didn't know is I told you about the Ipsam. I saw 15 million. Investing money 15 million in the Ipsam would be wasting money because no one is going to buy it from you even 10 million. You get? But of course, the car dealers, Boba Zitunda, because of Muntu Janara, Moroka na getting excited. Of course, the Ipsam Janarabi it was exciting. It was black, it looked really nice, but still 15 million would be an overstretch. Probably Ojugula Kali Bowota Demonia Jugule million in Gakumi. Naira million Kumi Gwengo Chimanya we Opuzikuwa. We Nakujo get new. And that's but then when you look at the Mark II, the Mark II like Mark II we bought, also anoji to the million munana. We anoji to the million mwenda because wakati SC yabade talimu nga yabulamu emoroka eyo gifula complete wabagikoze SC because I remember we have ever bought a Mark II at 9 million. Try to know Mark II ngina SC nga nungi tukisange yo mukikomera ky'omusajja nga ekola bulungi buli kimu. I think n'empira gyonna gyaliko. It was very easy for someone to buy it at 9 million. And right now where we are going, I'm thinking people that have 10 million and below, emmotoka zemugenda okutandika okustickinga to would be those 2000 cc vehicles. Okitegeera omuntu alina million 10 kukka wansi, emmotoka gy'ogenda okugula nga bakugamba ya 1.5 liters, tegenda ba ya 1.5 liters, they're going to be lying to you. Because right now, jamu atandikira eno. Muna bijamu gyatandikira. Kwanji kangende netolole. Guys, kanetolole leero sigenda kugenda kusaawa ya Queen. Jamu laba watandika. Yeah. Indako. Katwetololemu leero tubenga tulambula n'okulambula. Hopefully it moves better than the last time we went there. So anyway, the Mark II Grand, I'm still satisfied. I just feel bad that we got that challenge with him. I did not expect the short circuits to happen very soon, but they happen. That's something that happens. And that's probably something omuntu bw'ogula emmotoka ekka wansi wa million 10. Those small things ojja busuubiramu okitegeera ojja busuubiramu. So that's the Mark II Grand boat. See the Mark II and nayo yadeka akagambo grand, but it's a Mark II Musota beams. I find that of all the purchases we have made this quarter, I find that omuntu akyasinza okufuna emmoroka mu layisi yali wa Alteza. The Alteza yali teriko kyakola yadde n'ekimu. Abaye aze kusaawa ya Queen olowooza tasinga. Ndabye yutani wano tudde kusaawa ya Queen. Ina ate yo wafunye okuba olina okugenda otuuke wali ate obalodde eri ate nayo nga wafu. N'abalaba bano mbalaba bakyuka bonna babadde baddukidde eno bagenza okulaba ndowooza nga bitabuse. Kale Marvin Diombe, your fielder has a Valvematic engine, yeah? Michael UG Valmatic starts with 1.8, yeah. Antikati fielder singa abantu abasinga bakula 15, eh? Lucky Mose, good morning. Fielder 1.5 cc in the 2010 and 2014 for how much angle? Fielders, as I said, I don't even know what to advise, because if you're buying a fielder at this moment, I would actually advise ogendemo bond, because ojja kusanga fielder UBL nguli agituna $2,260,000 kati ate $2,260,000 obuzaako $1,010,000 ogule mmoloka ya bondi, kati ate UBL ebadde ku kkubo for more than 3 years I think. Okitegeera kati okugula mmoloka ebadde ku kkubo for more than 3 years by less than 10 million. I don't know what to advise Salmin. Fielder baziseera, fielder ziringa Primo, ziringa Spacio, they are hot cake cars. I don't know what to advise. Good morning, Jude the Dude. Obulanyo Jude the Dude. As I talk about the use of each gear in manual. In manual, it's I think it should be like in manual when you're starting with the small petrol cars, utandikira mu number 1 or number 2 depending on how strong your engine and gearbox are. Then ogena mu number 3, number 4, number 5 is like here kati wano sengamba devuga manual would be number 5, which take it, and that's probably one of the reasons why manual serves well, because ononya ne bovuga Kampala wano ngatola buli wamu waliwo jama. Abaye twetolole tusigale wano kasitane waneggulo twasigaddewo era ne watambula, twasika tusigale wano tetulina kyakkola, buli wamu kyemanyi waliyo jama. After, how is Toyota Isis? Is it comfortable? I find that the Isis, I've sat in it once, younger used Jivugangamu, but I've sat in it, and the Isis is more comfortable than the Wish. Just people don't like sliding doors. Difference between hydraulic and gearbox oil. Chechimu. Just gearbox oils are all hydraulic oils. They make hydraulics move. I think that's what I'm supposed to say. Because hydraulic oils, they make moving of metals smooth, and that's what the gearbox oil does. So it's gearbox oils are all hydraulic oils. Kaza ali wano kusawa ya Queen, ali mukamoro kakandi wano, ali kusimu edirisa ligule. Would you recommend a 14, 16 Harrier models? Yes, they are Toyotas. What is there not to recommend? And you guys, the only thing probably we need to remember is that they are CVT, and CVT cars tebasinikirako manyo. It's very easy for you to want to service your car, but the CVT gearbox jesonyiwe jesonyire ddala. Omuntu wa vani gadi ndaba azungamu kati kamuleka agende. Says Kagawa, good morning. I plan to get a car not exceeding 15 million to carry a small disco for church events. Which vehicle would you recommend? How big is the disco though? Because 15 million is the delicate budget. 15 million is delicate because 15 million bwoba ofunye town est ejja kuba nnungi. Ejja kuba nnungi lungi mu naye ejja kuba erina ebyokkanika ng'ate bingi. 15 million ate nga ndaba nga town est is the most logical solution for you if it's just the disco. Yeah, just stay at the town S for now. But is it only me who doesn't see the use of video players in the car? Because how will you drive while watching music videos? And Salmin, some people don't put the videos for themselves. Me, I put them for my kids. So that because we be on long journeys, yeah. So it's like the plane. The pilot doesn't watch, the rest of you watch. So they put screens in the plane. They put the screens for the passengers. Why are the statistics of importing your own car versus directly from the bond. The risk is simply buying a bad car. I've shared with you guys here someone that bought a car. Yajitu sano ngankadde. I think you guys need to look at me as I say this. Guy yatuusa ne moroka ngankadde nga bw'okiwulira nga wansi yatalaga. Because the issue is, if you're importing a car from Japan yourself, I think maybe kozesa importer bw'omuntu wayali amukozesezaako that you really trust them. But if you simply import because someone has told you it's much more affordable and they can help you, that's something that is risky. Oli yaleeta emmoroka ngankadde nga yatalaga wansi, nga yatalaga mu engine room, nga ate yagigula bbeeyi. You know what it means for you to buy a car at let's imagine you buy a car at 40 million nga wano ya 34 oba 36. Naye nga when you moved around in the bonds baramulanga na because ogenze nga customer tebamanyi oba oli serious oba toli na buloga bano baseera. Kati normally those cars abroad ezitera okudibirayo ebeera mbi, the dealers don't buy them, but ziba ne extras. Kati gwagula online be baba bakuguza, they show you the extras. Kati gwe extras zogendera kunoga eina ne kino eina ne kiri eina ne kiri. Kati gwezo extras ezikuba. That's why you find that these bonds in Kampala have cars that are very ordinary, because boy baba bagule muruka, they have people there, they have mechanics, they have agents that look under the car. Some of the dealers here nali njogera nabo, they even scan their cars in machines. Oraba scan anga MRI. They have MRI scans for cars. Emoroka neita mu kiscan yeti ne banoonya buli ewali ka rust. Ne bagula emoroka nga teyinaamu yadde rust. Kyovula omuntu asobola okugula emoroka wano n'agigula mu bondi ye Kampala n'agivuga emyaka 10 nga teyina kyekyuka. Oli na importing emoroka years down the road nti ate katufuweko nga tebagikubule tebakoze eki naye nga yeetaaga okufuuwa. Okitegeera ng'etalaze byayo. So one of the risks is you buying a bad or old car. The second risk is if your car gets a crash in Uganda, you lose. And then of course your car doesn't come when you need it to come. But there are people that have imported their own cars and they got good cars. You get it? There are people. Buli kimu kirimu omukisa anyway. Ngera bula emoroka bwezibamu omukisa. Someone will buy a car from the bond nekuba yingiri mu nnaku 4. Omwana n'agula emoroka from the bond n'agivuga emyaka 5 yingi netabaako kyeba n'agitunda ate n'agitunda sente ezisinga ze yagigula. Like the people that bought Spacios from the bond. Oli ate kuba yagula Spasio mu bond $2.3 agivuze emyaka 8 agitunda 24 ngate bagenda zimuwa. So but me and Zenga Arthur, the only way I would import a car, I would not import a car. I would not. I think we just have to understand how the value chain works and bargain from there. Katigwe kozesa internet eri kulaba prices za moroka ezo, then bojja omanya omusolo kati otaliko bargaining. That's the best thing. Then you bargain as low as you can get. Moroka ya wano, you look at it ezeri totunulako. That's the thing. Odaba bifaananyi, pictures can be very deceptive. They say Subaru Impreza from 2010-2015 have issues with engine consuming oil. So after time, the engine oil reduces and you have to top up. So they are hectic in monitoring more for so long distances. Yes, I've heard of that. I've heard of that. But I don't want to say it's Subarus from that time. I just want to imagine that the cars are just old. They are Subarus. So the way Ugandans drive their Subarus, I would imagine that's the way the Japanese drive their Subarus, or the Dubai, the Arabs. If that's the way, everyone drives a Subaru, then it's consuming oil is automatic. Which said kunywa oil because abavuga bonna batu bavuga. Kati wabo mu Japan yagivuga nganga gobo ogivuga wa ne Kampala, what do you expect? But of course it's possible that it's a manufacturer defect. Kisoboka okubanga defect yava mu factory. And yeah. But there are so many even Toyota cars here that consume oil. Like the Bajita engineer jibaita engine ya kaundo bilibina nayo enywa oil kebere wanu NZ jenfu nayo zina challenges with consuming oil, yeah? Zina challenges with consuming oil, but we stop driving them, we drive them. The issue is, how many times do you actually drive on a highway? Yeah? How many times do you drive on a highway? Bobange emirundi jovuga ku highway mitono, then that should be the list of your problems, the list of your worries, I think. Did you eventually get omchara na yanemi? First of all, you see, I put a call out on TikTok for people to send me cars, and the honest truth, abantu bona abampereze moroka manyo abantu abalomere dutunde moroka ngajina IST na inga ujutunako butunuzi nekolachi. So someone sent me a Spacio nenga bagiremede $18,000 UBD. Nebangamba athe moroka eno nungi nnyo twaligirese ne mugirabako bwe mutagisima, it's okay. So of course the Spacio had its own challenge. Omukazi yatekako bumper yatekako guard nenyiga bumper. Atero omukazi simo yonjo nnyo bwe babadde agitunda. Never nga athe moroka eno nungi nnyo, the AC works, the tires are new. Okitegeera, the challenge is just the bumper nti bajonona ne guard yetaka kufuwamu. So I sent it to the lady, omukyala n'agamba temusanyusizza. Now me as a person that inspects cars, knowing that a Spacio UBD in the market would be sold at 22, and now we are getting it at 18. Nendekera okunonye moroka eziri mu 10 because zonna zisosola funa moroka, especially the hot cakes, the ISTs, the fielders mu 18 nga gateriko byakola. So now I told these guys, start sending me cars that are better. So they sent me a Rumion UBL na ya $1,200,000, and I sent it to her, and nagamba you sent it as well as nemuga, but right now it seems like the cars zoyagala zina kufananga Rumion eno, because for it was clean, and one of the reasons why it's still clean is because it's a UBL. UBL is almost simply a year old on the road, yeah. Imoroka ezisinga eziri mu 17, 18 zibadde kukubo for 5 years, they will not be as clean as a car that has been on the road for 2 years, yeah. So right now omukyala namulesa asooka alowoozeemu koe, because Spacio bwogifuna kati omanyi Spacio ze $17,000 yeri UAU eyo nga bwogiraba UAU sure deal, kati ogiraba nayo etama B, enzigi tezifaanagana, okitegeeza etama baaligololamu ne balifuwamu, the boot has been knocked erimu n'enjatika, naye kati eyo Spacio bajja giga $17,000. Kati twafunye UBD, people were telling me, like multiple people sent me that car. Nengamba makanika agende yagiraba, makanika n'agenda yo n'agiraba nangamba athe moroka eno mugobye yabwerere, moroka nungi. But the lady did not like it. So kati awo nenchita nga ndaba ngenda kulunga omutwe. I decided to give her some time asooka alowoozeemu kwe, because it seems kati ekizibu ekiriwo nti yes, that's a lot of money, but wanting to get a car that has literally nothing to do ngato yagala gula moroka eri hot cake, because right now I understand when people are looking for hot cake cars, they are looking for cars that have high resale value. Bobo moroka ina high resale value, kitegeeza n'abagitunda nabo bagitunda kati beeyi, okitegeera, and ne bweba erimu obukola gwolina kubala kiri kyobala nti moroka bwe naatuka okugitunda n'avaamu ssente, and Spacio UBD 18 zivaamu ne bwogivuga emyaka 2, because people are going to be looking for cars for 18 million nga tebaziraba. But of course abasubuzi bagiguza, I think Spacio eyo basubuzi bo bagenzeyo ne bagigula, because yo omusubuzi bwagigula 18 akimanya agifuna $2,000,000. Kati bwagigula 18 n'agenda n'afuwako bu bumper we $10,000 n'ayoza n'aparkinga bwe n'akulinda ng'olina $2,000,000 oyagala Spacio 22, okitegeera. So still the Rumion nayo nalabye na Rumion gye badde batunda 20 million, nganze nkimanyi, being a person that has been inspecting cars, nkimanyi nti Rumion eri mu $2,300,000, okitegeera. Bwogenda mu bibanda ebiseera eri mu $2,500,000 ebiseera, but bwoba ogifunye ku $2,000,000. But of course I understand she did not have the budget, ne ku 18 kwenyini yabadasi nze namu stretching so mutu some 18 nga ndaba ku 17 we are too struggling ngamu, yeah. So bwe bampeeza that Spacio ndaba it's not a bad buy, eh? Yeah, but still I think it totally makes sense. Someone can get frustrated, eh? Nze mutegeera wali nti yatambula olunaku lulamba emmotoka nebula. I would understand if she decides to go to the bond. I would totally understand if she decides to go n'agamba manyi athaka ngende mu bond, because olaba millions ezo 18 bwagatake million 2 basobola omuwola emmoroka mu bond, basobola omuwola emmoroka bwaweza million 2 bayinza omuwola emmoroka ya million nga 26 okitegeere 27 bayinza omuwola million emmoroka nga bamuwola nga Lactis, but still Lactis tajagala, bamuwola Rawum naye Rawum tajagala, bamuwola Vitz. Kati literally moroka zonna nyizona zibayinza omuwola mu bond nga atadde million 2 ayinza okuba ne field basobola ogimuwola, ne field basobola ogimuwola, basobola omuwola Rumion. Yeah, moroka nyingi basobola okumuwola. So I think I would be in the same in her shoes, eh? I'll still have the same feelings. Why am I spending 18 million shillings on an old car if I can top up a little bit? Nemba nga nsobola okufuna emmoroka ya bond okitegeera. Kati ate nagenze okubira owaka Impreza kaliki na injogerako nga bakaguze nga Impreza eriwo ya red. It's a UBK nga bajagala banga million 18 UBK. Kati olaba zo Imprezas, Subaru ziri a little lower in price, eh, than Toyotas. Ngati nazo zijja kwa the same comfort, same performance and all that. So I think I gave the lady some time. So Carlo, and it damn nasasulayo 50% of the inspection fee to time of field in Tunonia, and probably at that time would have more options. And of course, we have million abidi mutano kati ofuna the Primo 2008, which is also a good car. Actually, kati engeri genda baje basera mu field, spending 24 million on a fielder like a UBL, UBM, I'd rather buy a Primo 2008, 2010. Wakati Primo nayo bofunanga UBM we wacho UBL we wacho. I tell the Primo is a much better car than the fielder. Even the people that drive cars, abavuga Primo basivuga bulungi okusinga abavuga fielders. Yeah. So today's question Friday, guys. Ask your questions. So Mark 2, I felt a little bad that we got challenges, but still we bought it at a good price. Kati ebala kati weri ebala, and for the guys that are looking for cars that are low maintenance, the Mark 2 family is your car. Is a moroka tezifa ye moroka gyosobola ovuga omwaka nga tokute mu suspension, ye moroka gyosobola ovuga omwaka nga engine teina kyekukoze nga okyusa bukyusa oil nga teina kyebanja. First of all, most of them fani zazo zikuba nyempewa, ate ezimu ojasanga nga already fani bagirokinga dda, okitegeero ojasanga ezimu fani bagirokinga dda, kati tesobo teina kyesobola kukyamukamu yadde. Mpozi ekirala moroka endala eziri affordable ziri mu 17, 18, the Wish, but I don't like the Wish old model anymore because there is a new model of the Wish. I don't. I think that for you to buy a Wish at 17, 18 million shillings, you would wish all the model. Agaseka kasende nafuna evalumatic abaera better. And of course, now look at this one. Again, I would have pursued see entire pop. Chiraika si entendera bali bazitunda 26 ne bamgaja ntu kweno kwa 23. Ena aka mu jimping ne fafaga ne nayo. And nobody else have the dealers do. Nabo bazigula eri emorokeze za papo. Kati okumanya bu IST bwa kisiru. Ako kalaba mbwa UAY bwako ka million nga 14 15. Ako nga bwo kalaba. Ate nga ne SC takola. Okitegeera ate most of these ISTs, the SC does not die because it's obaba atomero bachi. Most of those ISTs, the SC dies because people don't use it. And every time you era guys bobo ine moroka nga wajigula SC akola, use the SC at least once every week at least, so that's the ensekete zifa. Ibyo bintu bifa butabikoze sa, make sure you use your SC. Make sure you use your SC as much as possible. Kati akosebo million 15. Kandi chogwa. Now tekali worth it. Wala tukagulanga VTs million 10 akonga bwokalaba naye maama because you guys want them so much kati babuseera. There is a time someone was selling a space here you bid dimbo million 26 nemugamba dogo jjajjirya era bamwa million 22 oli ajjanga mu million 22 kitundu nazikuba njagala 26 nemugamba gwe. There is a time we were looking for a space apa yere parking awo kugundi parking yango parking akulimu nemukaka twakwade million nga 18 n'okiva manyize nvunza munange but recently bangambye gitunde million 22 ate na 22 ndabanga engeri gyatali musuubuzi yatunda nnyo. For a normal person to sell that car at 22 aba atunze nnyo. And guys, there is someone here aina kawundo eri ku UBL yangamba yagala million 35 eri ku UBL ayagala million 35 teri Kampala naye yaguze kawundo endala the newer model kati eri kawundo eri 2008 2009 yeah? Ayagala million 35. So for the people that are looking for kawundos, you might want to naye black and black cars abantu batira kuzaagala nnyo. It's a fact when you're buying a car in the bond ogenda gula kawundo mu bond kawundo ya black ya rahisi ku ya silver ya kawundo ya silver yesinge bei mu bond kawundo ya silver yesinge bei mu. Actually I think all cars silver color is the most expensive color in the bond. Why? Well, because it's easier to wash, it's easier to respray, it doesn't moroka teka diwa bubi, teguba and all that, yeah? Nini, what is sitting at that one? Okay, what? Kari, guys, is that the higher the cc, the higher the fuel consumption? Yes, the higher the cubic, well, the bigger the engine, the bigger the consumption, because the engine itself Good morning, Arthur. Can Vanguard 2.4 liter with CVT engine manage slippery roads? Yes, it can. Olaba, the Raktis 1.5 with CVT engine, with CVT gearbox, has just managed slippery roads today. And I'm in town, so say na babera mu kibuga ku office. Sa biri kitundu. Which take it. Henry Modern Gist, good morning. Proma Creations, good morning. Arthur. Peugeot 308, good option instead of Golf or not? Ha! I never thought I would advise someone to buy a Golf. Buy a Golf. Are you buying new or old? Because kakati yao tulina okutandika atokola mu comparison. Bobo gula moroka zonna mpya. Gula Peugeot. Because with the Peugeot you can send for spares at least. Na ate bwogula Peugeot, you need to learn to be a mechanic. Yeah, ugenda kuyiga okubeera makanika. Musala Arthur talk about Nadia. Is it reliable like Mark II? Buy a Mark II. Nadia mujireke. Buy a Mark II. 70% of them have no kids. Arthur, compare Paso Sete and ISIS. Paso Sete is 1.5 liters. ISIS is 1.8 like the Wish. Arthur, I'm inquiring about changing electronic steering rack to hydraulic steering rack. My mechanic is recommending to me that. Why? You just buy a new electronic. I know the electronic steering racks have their challenges, but no. Just buy the new steering rack or you take him moroka. Abantu abakole moroka zino. Bazikola. Hydraulic steering rack karubamu. Zina steering rack zine z'amasanyalaze. Bazikolanga they are easier. Emoroka hydraulic sebe karubamu. Era neza hydraulic zina challenges ezazo. Kati ezo challenges atagenda kugamba ninga nazo zifa. Okitegeera. Arthur Mazda Japanese. Yes, it's Japanese, but it has challenges as well. But it's Japanese. Omni Wandiambi, Mr. Lucia, Chigundu Chiwanuka, Ben Kako. I told you after yesterday, if someone doesn't have enough money, they should be willing to compromise their preferences. Munang, katina chivudemu, katsoke tumwemu obudde, aroze manye. When you go to the field and don't buy a car, when you come back, you still get a lot of ideas from different people. Senga wakoze chino, senga wakoze chidi. Nabone bako chikubuzake mirembe. I then at a certain point, yatu sena ngamba athonvuga speed. Wachitegera ngendo okulaba nga atenda bikanze mu pushing into getting a car. And then I was seeing ene kube etonya kwegamba. So neninya muko mcha wakati. Arthur, what's wrong with CVT? CVT is a gearbox. And would you recommend a Nissan Juke? The Nissan Juke, you have some money? If you have some money, you buy. I want to even review it. You buy. But if you don't have money, don't buy the Nissan Juke. How many do you see? There's a time when I saw a lot of Nissan Jukes on the road. Now it's chaziraba. Obaje empita jezitabera. Niyatenza ite munyonyo ne empita buziga Nissan Juke nezibula yo. But if you have money, you buy. We shall experiment. Gilbert, mnganze bwe mnabagamba nti nyizo okwagala okugula hybrid just to experiment. Now we gula Nissan Juke, so that we had to experiment as Gilbert Amanya, Juma Ali, Arthur Markex 2010-27. Buy. You buy. Proceed Bravo, good morning. Fahad laptop feeder mleko musajja agule Juke, kimulabikira bulungi. Bulekagule, I even review it. We have not gotten someone that zabula ne kukubo. At least we have the Nissan Juke review on the channel. Why should I be worried driving on a freeway if my engine consumes oil? No, you should not be worried as long as you have topped up the engine, the oil. No worries, guys. Abantu bavuga emotoka ezinywa oil nga ina nakadomola mu butu. Consuming oil is not the worst that can happen to an engine. Consuming oil is not the worst. Just no. Consuming oil is like someone that has asthma. They just have to move with an inhaler. You get? Consuming oil is okay. At least it gives you time to prepare. After my car was leaking hydraulic from the gearbox, what could have been the cause? Leakage. The problem is leakage. So you find the leakage, you fix it, it goes away. Find either they are seals or you hit something and hit the cranks of the gearbox cover one say it's a pitch. So you find either it's a seal that is dead, or you hit something that it got the oil pan got a hole that's making it leak oil. Yeah. So you find out what exactly, but it's a leakage. Arthur, my SC used to be very cold, but coldness has kind of reduced. You go refill the SC. Kasteke ended up waiting on my refilling. What's the fuel consumption of a Mark II? It can give you 8 kilometers, 8 kilometers in town. It's VVTi, and on the highway it can go up to 14. But you can't change those colors if at all you got to choose like or you want purple. Sobola. But you know the thing with changing colors, when you're buying the car there, nja kujichusa, and then you buy, send his offices out, zo savings, ugenda okulaba nga zina ebizibanja ngo bisayo, ugenda okulaba nekati wenvuge motoka ya papo mbako, chingo jivuga. Ne mame papo sienta nedda. Good morning, what's your take on RAV for buy? Yegura buguzi. I need Kalsulani Peter's number. You text me, by the way, text me Anthony. Arthur, you've been worried about hybrid filters and dust, but seeing the rise of hybrid construction vehicles like tractors, excavators means the manufacturers are aware of site dust, maybe have a solution. I'm thinking about it. I'm analyzing even the dust. I'm hybrid. I'm 80% off the hybrid, but that 20% can turn overnight and become the 20% that is still wanting to buy a hybrid can turn overnight in the 70. Yeah. Arthur, would you advise me to buy a Primo Sea Light at 20? I pay balance on that Primo. Amanya, if you can buy a 2008 Primo, there is no reason why you're buying a Sea Light. Good morning, Mr. Arthur. Banang network today because it has been and it's still raining heavily. But for the love of cars in the medical, thank you for being here. Mark II Grand and Alteza. Buy the Mark II Grand if you can. The Alteza has 4 gears. The Mark II Grand has 5 gears. That has an implication on fuel consumption. Your principles are great. Keep the principle. You help guys buy cars, but helping them as though you are buying your very own, that's a top tier. Nangi. Sagala linya life. Arthur, it depends on the disco. Town S is okay. Na 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. Gula 4-wheel woboso bodo gisanga. Gula 4-wheel. Because the modoka is olorenga ya 2-wheel na ye menya. The more she delayed in making the decision, her money may end up being mixed up with tomato and onion money, ending not getting the best car. Arthur, give her options. She doesn't want the options. I think right now she just stepped back, which is completely normal. Ate sente z'abakazi tezigenda zito. Nze ndaba mamba ni watereka sente ze. Tazikwatako. Abakazi batereka sente zaabwe no Mr. Lucius ojjana kuti ajja zitereka ziwere n'okuwuleza eyongereka agende mu bond. Good morning, Arthur. I'm here to appreciate your support and help. Do you remember the Corolla we bought from Musiram, who works at MTN? I'm here enjoying it. The car is really nice. Amina Henkri. Mujjukira kakola ke twagula ka white. Ono yakagula. Ate no yasooka naye kwenyola. Ajire tutambudde tugenzeewa. Ngaye moroka eno gy'oba ogula. Naye omanyi okweyagala kwalimu. Arthur, my car amazzi gabuguma mangu. What could be the problem with the radiator? Amazzi galina kubuguma DJ Cypher. As long as the temperature gauge does not go. Emmoroka bw'ogikoleza ku makya bwoti. Ne bw'ogireka eddakiika 2 engine ebuguma. Bw'ebuguma amazzi ge gabuguma. Ontegeere ge gabuguma. Era ky'ovola emmoroka bw'ogitokosa for 2 minutes. Netokotamuko bw'oteekamu ebbugumu wano mu AC ebbugumu lijja kujja liva mu mazzi aga radiator. So that's no problem as long as the car does not overheat. Arthur, I'm late, but did you get the Toyota IST? We did not get. And how much less can purchase IST of 2010? Because the IST mu bond yeyo kateraika eri million 3.6. Kitegeeze nebweru the 2010 model. Ate you make sure tufuna 2009 because bufanagana mu 2009 no 2010 naibwa njawulo. The 2009 model is smaller, way smaller than the 2010. Naye ng'oyinza obutakyawula bw'oba tokyegendereza. Beera ne million nga 23 awo. Naye million 23 togenda kweronda namba. Hi Arthur, I'm late. Okay. I have 10 million. Which car is in good condition? Hey. Sara no, Sara million 10, million 10. Milioni 10 tulina kulaba lunaku lwogenda gula ntulaba oba kubirako ku babuloko olabe mulo kajize balina milioni 10 because there are places where you call no babuza mwine there bibanda zikole no baganjagala mulo ka milioni 10 ne bagate tulina. I'm telling you, I'm surprised. Twakuba essimu ku lunaku lwa IST tukubira ebibanda njagala IST 10 n'omusanvu teri mu nyina ya 2. Okitegeera. Good morning, today I'm following from Boyos. How is Boyos basically? Na yebuli jote chikola it overheats. It overheats now. Kati choyinza okola, the first course of action is the fan working properly because fan yinza okwesanga nayo yesaze. Naye fan bwebe ekola bulungi, one of the things that the first remedy that I would advise you to do, go with that car at a washing bay, bagikubemu olupiira mu radiator. Bakubamu olupiira side zeno ne bagenda mu yingi ne bagikubamu olupiira so that it cleans up in case the vents are clogged with dust and all. Basoke bagikubemu olupiira radiator yonga yoka kasenti kati ettaka lyonna eryalibadde mu radiator liweddemu oddemu ovuge. Then emmoroka mpya ekyalimu gundi erimu thermostat because mechanic ebiseera ebisinga ekyo kiyinza okugisa mu thermostat bwe emmoroka ekyali mpya. Naye nga the first course of action normally you go to a washing bay and have the radiator like spray gun radiator bemu amazzi okakasenti kati amazzi agava mu radiator gatukula because remember like now in the wet season when we are driving amazzi gaheating a radiator gaheating a radiator kati kitegeza amazzi agali mu ttaka bwegati heating a radiator ekolaki egira. Neno Joshua olowooza emmoroka z'ennaku zino ezimu tizijja na radiator cover and then fine eriku ota eriku gundi eriku direct Indeed, a car consuming oil is like asthma. My first car consumed oil. Even when I stopped seeing the white smoke, I could stop and refill the oil. Hey, you guys, people drive cars that consume oil in Kampala here. It's just that you don't see. Oil I'm teka mu kumachanga yakave waka. Nga atanava waka bw'ateeka munamanya nti bwenteka mu lita yange ntuuka ku mulimu nenzire waka. Bwebera oil room sokoyeze mu radiator. Okay, ne ku kikava cha fan nga Joshua bwagambye. What else could you look at then? Soko unclogging. Omayika dosoka kole ebintu ebiri ebitandikirwako. First unclog by spray gunning. Then bwekinaaba kigize amazzi go bwe gaba gasigalawo kati akitegeeza radiator amazzi ebeera nago. Then the other thing that normally I've seen being done is you take the radiator ne bajoza yo yennyini munda kuba oyinza ogisanga nga amazzi matono agagenda mu ng'erimu ettaka kati you can find that wansi eri mugundi mu radiator eriye amazzi tegatuukayo gaba matono because wajjuddeyo ettaka wati era bwe mala okujoza ne radiator cover nayo bwe mala okujoza naye ate radiator cover webeera si nnungi amazzi gakendeera okitegeera naye amazzi bwe gabeerawo bwe gabanga tegakendeera kitegeeza kati radiator cover terina buzibu basooke bagikuba amazzi bamala gikuba amazzi kebeera eyo radiator cover eyo ogambe radiator fan cover oba radiator cover Joshua wayo kino ekigundi ekya fan ekyo ekya fan bagikubemu amazzi bwegaana radiator osooka ojozeemu yo yennyini because the motor overheating, we would not be having this conversation if you're sure it overheats. So there's a possibility that it's just a challenge of water going to the right places or enough water going to the right places. Which tegera. I mean official, you're going to get a car. Move kubano ba Mr. Commuter UGVIP. Mr. Commuter agata Moroka. What causes a car to burst into flames like what happened recently at the expressway? FYI, Uganda Road just next to Case Hospital is closed. Muli de bananga batambula. Uganda Road bagaddewo. Ante Moroka instead of kwato muiro, it's wiring normally. It's wiring issues. Like if my car caught fire, it would definitely be wiring issues. And apart from wiring issues, ne brakes nazo zisoro kuchukura, but that's very rare. Then waliwe Moroka ezimu na dare Moroka bayachiteka mu fuel pump. Make sure you are there to see the fuel pump bagita demba basirinzewo bulungi. Kubanga basobola oteka Moroka ne bagiteka mu full tank. Bagiteka mu full tank ng'etonya. Bw'etonya ekino kisobola okukuma Moroka omuliro. Then nensekeza amafuta wali maaso, making sure that you have no leakages. And of course even oil leakages can also like cause a can, but that's rare. Majority of the time it's wiring issues. It's wiring issues majority. Jako isanikira okoleze olabe pump water speed. Ne Joshua does a water pump sira nko water pump ne fana itakola kerera at least. Nze mirundi jona je nchusiza water pump ebadde ekoze kerere. Because ate Joshua emonoka bwebanga water pump tekuba bulungi mazi kitegeza gaba tegajja kutuuka kitegeza gaba gagenda kuba nga wanojjanga nga mazi wegalinga kakoze bijja naye nga ate eri wachamsi. But you try that as well. Basically it's what about okufumba radiator. Radiator bagifumba nga amazo gisumulula. Bagifumba amazo gisumulula. Nga bajo okugifumba batira ku bwebe ina leakage ne badda sikufumba kujocha sikufumba. Guys, Kamba Sibule, thank you very much for being part of the Question Friday. I'll see you tomorrow evening. Muyombia Mark Jones info to see me Eddie Travel Live Vlog, Katumba Hamidu, Waboyi Nelson, Bruno Insingoma, Michael UG, George Senkubuge, Binji Arali, Bridget Kakai, Julius Ivan, Shagaf Salmin, Aramat Photography, Julius Ivan Webali kuyingira VIP Club, Chris Fitness Rubulwa, MK Dental Hub, Agumenito Clever, Steve Barros, Stephen Barunji. Steve Barros, kati ngenda mu office. Bwentuka mu office inti. Ngenda ku codinga. By Steve Barros ali mukunjigiriza coding ennaku zino. I paid school fees. Kanata nso kuyiga coding ebya ddala. Nkoyo kwesa templates za WordPress nga sobola zimodifyinga. Kati wendi. Sibijjukira bye na coding alune ngenda kuddayo mbenga beginners ne mu coding emu. Kati era very soon ngenda kunda bano nga I'm a developer. By the end of 2025, I'm going to be a complete developer. I can code and all those things. Get a bigger one because I also want to be able to like teach my son. Mtabani wange msomesa wa IT yatandise na mugamba atandika muyigizamu ebintu ebiri advanced ko katono naye njagala ajje mtabani wange tukodinga babiri Fita Ango King Daniels, Salmina, Catherine Nanyonga, Dante Wall, Julius Ivan oyukati VIP Nsereko Starch Sebuma Adam Paul Sema, Sereko Starch Sebuma Adam Katwina M Benjamin Starch kanchikoleke echa pate Edwin Mugerwa, Marvin Luyombia, Katumba Hamidu, Mikel Yuji, Ismail Mutachara, Lucky Mose, Jude the Dude, Kaso Patrick Asiku, Sebu Gwao Medi, Danny Nyisingoma, Luzinda Michael, Ayubu Isa, Lawrence Biamukama, Ndazaman, Seith Kagawa, Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, Lawrence Biamukama, Itaga Emmanuel, Henry Modern. By the way, the ngambi nti moroke nywa oil tebambi togule moroke nywa oil rokuba atha yagambi moroke nywa oil tebambi ebambi ngo ogigula tebambi ngo rede yo bobo gulangula eberambi okitegere Proma Creations, Musa Alwa Derek, Isaac Orute O, Edwin Mugerwa, Omni Wandiambi, Mr. Lushas, Chigundu Chiwanuka, Ben Kako, Gilbert Amanya, Prosi Bravo, Sudais Chambade, Kabali Moses, Joshua Stormke, Anthony Ariho, Omni Wandiambi, Binji Arari, Henkri, Official, Navuga Sara, DJ Cypher UG, Seka Jaro, Sebachi J, Robert, Mr. Komita UG, VIP, Zaka Valiesi Ma, Toyota Rush. I don't like that car. And it's not like it's a bad car, but I find that it's overpriced. Guys, let me wish you a very lovely day. But DJ Cypher bulichoko na chikwate empola kati sawe no laba butuva ku broadcast soko vuge moroke yitwale ku washing be bagikuba olupira wansi eyo okitegeera bagikubemu olupira bulungi okakasenti etukudde oddemu ogivuge okitegeera amazzi bwe gaba weega ali kuba radiator cap we batekola bulungi amazzi gakendeera kati bwe bakikola ekyo nesigala ng'egira naye nga tekyamuka because waliwo okubanga amazzi gabuguma naye nga tekyamuka amazzi gonna gabuguma awo osobola okwoza mu radiator because ebyo byonna binosooka bikola nga tonnagula radiator mpya because waliwo ogula radiator ekirwadde nekisigala nga kikyakola ki nga kikyalimu but of course work with your mechanic as well. Okunywa oil kirwadde bwetaba na leakages. Andi kati Joshua waliwe moroka ezinywa okunywa oil naye moroka nno bwebanga ebadde tenywa oil ebiseera ebisinga okendeza oil oyo ekuba siiru. Obijjukira Joshua nti oli bw'ateekamu oil nga mungi ekuba siiru, bw'ateekamu oil omubi ekuba siiru. What's why it's important guys, bw'oba emoroka yo ng'oyina emoroka yo, find a manufacturer manual and find out how much oil is supposed to go in that engine. Ebiseera ebisinga kati nga emoroka ezo eza VTs eyina genda mu 3.7 liters, omuya inakwata nateekamu 4 liters. Those extra 3 liters zisobola okwonona yingini yo nekuba siiru zonna. Okitegeera bane guys, let me wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow. Kangende nkoleho mwaka wange Steve Barros go yampadde owa coding website ndekera okwesa templates za WordPress nga nsobola gikwata negikyusa niga now do this command nebikola. At the house Forester 2 liter engine for a first car. Buy Forester guda just not ebagisinikira ko manyo nga basinikira ku Toyota. One thing, does the water level reduce and refill, or the water is not moving? Maybe the radiator is blocked. Chechemba dengamba sudais chamba de amina. Guys, I wish you a very lovely Friday. I'll see you tomorrow evening. May the good Lord bless you. Ciao.